now I'd like to introduce our CEO, Bobby Kotick.
Thank you, Chris, and thank you all for joining us today. Our third quarter results exceeded our prior outlook for both revenue and earnings per share as we made continued progress on our growth initiatives for 2020 and beyond.
Classic wow.
For the fourth quarter, we've decided to increase investment in consumer marketing and user acquisition as we aspire to reach more players in more countries
it's Christmas,
on more
dude.
platforms than ever before.
Bobby, quit playing games on
Our
us.
recent success with Call of Duty highlights the potential for our portfolio of fully owned intellectual property. Call of Duty Mobile is experiencing one of the industry's most successful launches ever. In extending Call of Duty to the largest and fastest growing platform, we've more than tripled the franchise's reach with over 100 million downloads in the first month alone. The game reached the top of the install charts in over 150 countries and regions, reflecting Call of Duty's global stature, and monetization is off to a strong start, with the game entering the top 10 grossing charts in over 100 countries and regions.
Man.
On console and PCs too, Modern Warfare is off to an exceptional start, and we have more surprises in store that we think will delight existing and new players in the coming months.
Delight them.
We plan to take Call of Duty fandom to new levels with the launch of the Call of Duty League in late January.
Oh, God.
So far, we have secured 12 fantastic team owners who bring deep operational and entrepreneurial expertise as they prepare for games in cities around the world now. These ownership groups include some of the biggest names in professional sports.
Oh, my God.
And 10 of them have already enjoyed success with us.
Oh, my God.
In fact, the Overwatch League recently completed a remarkable second season.
We need another league.
30% growth in U.S. average minute audience. We couldn't be better positioned as we continue to execute on our vision and strategy.
Can't you guys wait?
For amateur and professional esports. The phenomenal response to World of Warcraft Classic in the quarter also illustrates the vast potential and enduring appeal of our fully owned franchises across the company.
Yeah.
Celebrating the 15th anniversary of World of Warcraft and the 25th anniversary of the Warcraft franchise, WoW Classic brought millions of players back to the game.
Wow.
And Blizzard has the resources, talent, and pipeline to continue delivering great content for World of Warcraft players into 2020 and beyond.
That's you.
At BlizzCon last week, we gave Blizzard players a preview of some of the superb content in our pipeline. We expect the innovations on display across World of Warcraft, Hearthstone, Overwatch, and Diablo to inspire Blizzard players and expand Blizzard communities.
Great.
And we expect Blizzard to deliver the consistent business growth that we know is possible in an industry with so many opportunities.
Absolutely.
King continued to lead the way in mobile gaming. Candy Crush was, again, the #1 grossing game on the U.S. mobile app stores in the third quarter, and the team is hard at work on new features and content that we expect to drive further growth for the franchise in coming years. Our in-game advertising initiatives delivered exceptional results again. Advertising net bookings within King almost double year over year, and we're now starting to apply our capabilities in this area to Call of Duty Mobile and certain other properties across the company.
So it's just a matter of time.
For the continued focus and extraordinary efforts of our employees.
Garrosh is going to be wearing Nikes soon.
We appreciate the ongoing support of our shareholders, and we have deep gratitude for our players and spectators who derive an incredible sense of purpose, meaning, and belonging.
Behind every Cloud Serpent's an advert, you know?
Through our franchise.
It's going to be great.
Our mission to bring the world together through epic entertainment is the driving force behind our ambitions, and we remain steadfast in our commitment to this ideal. Thank you for joining us today, and now Cody will review the highlights of our operations for this quarter.
That's great.
Thank you, Bobby. Activision Blizzard exceeded our third quarter outlook, driven by better-than-expected performance from Call of Duty in-game and World of Warcraft, as well as favorable cost timing. And we started Q4 with successful launches for Call of Duty Mobile and Call of Duty Modern Warfare, and achieved important milestones in several other franchises. We plan to build on this momentum and will invest this quarter to maximize the potential of our franchises in 2020 and beyond.
Fucking slide.
So far this year, we've
record
increased
number of
investment
subscription
and development resources in our key franchises to drive innovation and improve performance across our 4 strategic growth pillars.
Fuck, dude?
We've made clear progress against each. In our first pillar, delivering a strong, consistent cadence of major new content releases, the World of Warcraft Classic launch in August drove a record quarterly increase in subscription plans, with the player base remaining elevated into Q4. Then last week in BlizzCon, Blizzard announced the next World of Warcraft expansion and sequels to both
that
Overwatch
remaining
and
elevated.
Diablo,
That means people did not unsub.
Hands-on gameplay for the next major installments of some of our biggest
There it
franchises.
is, dude.
And 2 weeks ago, Activision launched Modern Warfare with exceptional early sales.
Footnote is
And
it says one
pillar,
monthly or
which
longer
is driving
sales.
live operations with ongoing in-game content, services, features, and events. We saw encouraging results from our increased focus as we continue to invest in growing our capabilities in this area. The expanded development team on World of Warcraft has sustained strong engagement within WoW Classic into Q4 as it delivered the first in a wave of substantial content updates. Black Ops 4 and in-game performance continue to benefit from our focus on delivering more compelling in-game experiences. And we saw a positive community response to our plans for Modern Warfare's in-game system.
I knew it, bro.
Our third pillar is to build on King's leadership position and extend our acclaimed console and PC franchises to mobile.
Yep.
To that end, Call of Duty Mobile has had a very strong start, shattering records following its launch.
Jay, come on.
The game's early success
Go back to
the
Classic, man.
potential of our franchises on mobile, given the powerful combination of globally beloved IP, increasingly compute and graphics-capable mobile devices, and strong execution.
Yeah.
And lastly, our fourth pillar. As we add new engagement models to our franchises, we continue to have a strong ramp in advertising and an industry-leading position.
Another league.
We are pleased with this progress on our growth pillars. There are more milestones to come in driving the business to its full potential, but we see these results as a clear indication that our increased investments are positioning us for significant future growth. I'll now provide more detail on our Q3 results and recent developments for our franchises.
Okay.
Activision monthly active users were 36 million in Q3. While lower year-over-year due to the exclusion of Destiny and a decline in Call of Duty catalog, Activision reach was better than expected.
Just cancel
This
COD.
reflected the strength of Black Ops 4 in-game content.
Yeah, just cancel COD. Problem solved.
Year-over-year growth in both reach and purchases of in-game items versus last year's title. And Call of Duty saw a surge in reach with the launch of Call of Duty Mobile on October 1st. Over 100 million people downloaded the game in its first month. The title reached the top of the mobile app download charts in over 150 countries and regions, driven by the global recognition of the franchise, strong publishing execution by the Activision team, and exceptional work by Tencent's Teamy Studio in creating an authentic Call of Duty experience.
Authentic.
The game has tremendous quality and polish, and a
Immortal
4.9-star rating in the U.S. iOS store. Monetization trends for the Battle Pass and the first seasonal event have been strong, and retention is outperforming too. Our publishing team is capitalizing on this momentum, significantly increasing our user acquisition budget to continue to grow the player base. Note that this investment does limit the title's Q4 profitability, but also sets up healthy contribution for the title in 2020.
Wow, that's actually a good way to think about it.
Call of Duty content and experience.
How about that?
We have a raft of features, content, and events lined up for the future of Call of Duty Mobile.
Investing in your products.
And on October 25th, our world-class development team at Infinity Ward launched Call of Duty Modern Warfare.
Okay.
From the quality of the campaign to the breadth and depth of the multiplayer universe, we think Modern Warfare stands apart from any other title. And we're confident that we'll once again have the #1 console franchise globally for upfront sales this year.
Oh, 1,000 gold.
The title's
nice.
off to a great start. First week unit sell-through is up high teens versus the prior year title,
nice.
with strong console growth and PC units on Battle.net growing over 50% year over year. We've taken significant steps to create a single, highly engaged player base, with cross-play and cross-progression between platforms and the removal of the Season Pass. And we intend to keep the community engaged with a substantial pipeline of in-game content, which we expect will in turn create greater opportunities for player investment.
Sounds like a good idea.
Building on all this momentum, as Bobby discussed, we plan to launch the new city-based Call of Duty League in January. And we have more surprises and initiatives planned to further enhance the scale and value of the overall Call of Duty franchise in the coming quarters.
Oh,
turning to Blizzard,
good.
Monthly active users were 33 million in the third quarter, modestly higher sequentially. World of Warcraft reach almost doubled sequentially in Q3 as both existing and prior players embraced the arrival of WoW Classic, Blizzard's recreation of World of Warcraft as it all began 15 years ago.
Huh.
In Q3, Blizzard added more monthly and longer-term subscription plans than in any prior quarter, both in the West and the East.
Wow.
And reach remained well above prior levels in October, with deep engagement across both Classic and modern World of Warcraft. And with increased resources, the team has already started to deliver an accelerated cadence of in-game Classic content. And then for modern World of Warcraft, Blizzard last week unveiled Shadowlands, the next major expansion for the franchise, launching in 2020. The depth and breadth of World of Warcraft's appeal is clearer than ever, with the franchise set for growth in 2020. Turning to Hearthstone, as we highlighted on our last call in August, we saw a more challenging competitive landscape for the franchise in the third quarter, which drove lower reach and player investment, both sequentially and year over year. But as discussed, the expanded Hearthstone team has a substantial innovation pipeline planned for the franchise. Last week, Blizzard unveiled the latest expansion, Descent of Dragons, and also announced Battlegrounds, a unique Hearthstone take on the auto-battler genre. Battlegrounds is planned as a significant engagement driver. And with the Hearthstone team innovating at a rapid pace, we look forward to announcing additional content initiatives